Happy 7:30 p.m. Happy Monday. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for being here. For those who are on right now or watching this later. Today's topic is why success starts with self-esteem. And as we kind of wait for a few people to hop on live, I will explain how these live streams work for anyone watching this later. As always, we'll spend the first, let's say, 5-10 minutes talking about the topic at hand, which today is why self-esteem, why success starts with self-esteem. We'll talk a little bit about the topic, and then we'll transition into just more Q&A and just have open conversations. Yeah, so that's what's up right now. That's what I got. So yeah, let's go ahead and begin. But before I share with my topic, I do want to give a shout out to Ethan Grenert, Jonathan Kenya, John. Oh, Miss Sarah, you're gonna have to remind me the new name. It starts with an A, I believe. And Juicy Goosey, good to see you all on. All right, so I will dive into the topic of the day, which is why success starts with self-esteem. Now, let's just imagine in our lives we want to be successful in whatever we do. Okay, so success, I don't know what success looks like for you. For me, success looks like having a good job that I love, that I'm doing well at financially, impact wise, and it's meaningful, it's fulfilling. Success is in a way being able to be a good person, being able to treat people around me with love and respect. Success is having, I guess, in a way, a good relationship, like, family, stuff like that. So that's my version of success. I think everyone has a slightly different version of what success is. And on my journey of life, I realized that, well, here's what I will say. I do believe success starts with self-esteem, positive, building up our self-esteem first. Now, I also believe that this point can be argued, and I'm not arguing with the fact that you can't argue with the point. Like, there's a lot of things that contribute to success, but I personally believe self-esteem is one of the biggest things, and it's obviously something that I'm passionate about talking about. So the thing is, like, let's say we have low self-esteem. If we in this moment feel like we're not good enough, or we're not capable, or we can't do it, we're not we're not smart enough, we're just not capable enough to accomplish something, then right away that puts us down very quickly. So I think it's so important as early as possible in our lives to focus on developing our self-esteem, to feel better about ourselves, so then we can become successful. Because the thing is, in my own journey, what I found is the number one thing getting in my way of success, of me becoming, in my case, a successful motivational speaker, whatever I'm doing in the world, what gets in my way is really, it's just myself. Like, what has slowed me down in becoming, whatever, let's just say a multi-millionaire, world famous, blah, 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 is the feeling that I'm not capable, or the feeling that I'm not good enough. And so once we build up our self-esteem through whatever practices that could be being healthy, that could be exercising daily, that could be eating healthy, it could be keeping your promise, keeping your word. One of the best ways to build up your self-esteem is to do what you say you're going to do. So if you say you are going to sleep at a certain time, let's say 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. or 11, and you do that, that is how you build up your self-esteem. It's that self-trust. Yeah. But then when we keep breaking our own promises and we can't trust ourselves, then that's one of those things that often lead us to have lower self-esteem. And what I want to mention is, it's okay if you don't feel good about yourself in this moment right now. The important thing is not to beat yourself up, because you don't feel good about yourself, but rather to embrace where you are in this current moment and know it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to struggle. It's okay to not have your life figured out. You know, most adults don't have their lives figured out. You know, I to some extent don't have my life figured out either. You know, there's parts that yes, I do have my life figured out, and there's other parts that no, I don't. But it's taken me many, many, many years. So point is, don't beat yourself up if you feel like you're not capable or you're not doing what you should be doing. But rather, it's about embracing whatever challenges you're going through right now, and one step at a time, improving upon it. It's not an easy journey. You know, there's times like sometimes it takes other people's support to get us out of a dark place when we get into a dark place. Like I've caught myself multiple times. You know, there's times where I think the ultimate goal is for us to be able to get ourselves out of that dark place. You know, that's it's like, I guess in a way that's independence. Like that's how we ultimately become successful, is when we ourselves are able to push ourselves or pull ourselves out of those dark places by ourselves. Now, that isn't always possible. You know, sometimes we're in these dark spaces and we don't know what to do. And this is why it's important to lean on other people. And it's okay to have support. And it doesn't mean you're weak or you are not capable if you lean on other people for support. Yeah, we all need each other in ways. You know, it's I know for myself, I don't think there's any way I'd be alive if I did not have support around me. And yeah, so that's what I got. That's what I got. Yeah, I hope that was supportive. You know, yeah, good stuff. So, um, I will leave this conversation of why success starts with self-esteem as is right here, because I just believe that if you want to be successful, you got to start working on building up your self-esteem, which means how do you build up that confidence within yourself? The basic groundwork of confidence. You know, when life is putting you down, when other people are putting you down, when you are putting yourself down, how do you keep standing up? You know, even if you get pushed down, how do you keep standing up and keep moving forward despite all the negativity coming from the outside world and the inside world, aka your head? How do you keep pushing forward? And like, the thing is, for my friends out here who are listening to this right now, if you feel like you are not good enough or if you feel like you're not capable, I want to let you know that you are good enough and you are capable. And of course, you matter. The reason I tell you this is because I think, in a way, sometimes a lot of us, I almost want to say the majority, no, that might be a little bit far, but many people, millions, billions, I would probably even say billions of people on this earth put themselves down and they feel like they are a certain way. Like the whole I'm not good enough, I'm not capable. And all those conversations are not true. Those conversations of I'm not good enough, I'm not capable are not true. They are just conversations that we all have. It is part of human nature to have these thoughts because we compare ourselves with other people. And I can go into a whole nother conversation and discussion of why we do that, but we'll do that another time. So step one is understanding that we're capable and that we're good enough and we deserve success. That's step number one. And number two is to start building up that self-esteem. Okay. So yeah, that's what I got. I wish we could talk about this all day. I wish we could have like a whole worldwide discussion of this topic where everyone was engaged so people would understand, I guess, how amazing they are. Okay. So I'm going to leave it like that for this conversation. And I'm going to just read your comments now and dive straight in. You know, we'll have a good time with anyone who is live right now. Asher, yeah, what's up? That's a cool name. Mastera Juanipu, what is up? Sarah, excuse me. Asher says, I think success is achieving what you've always dreamt of, but never thought was possible. I also think self-esteem is critical for success. Yeah, I like that. Something that you've always dreamt of, but never thought was possible. I really, really like that. Like, I'm reflecting on my own personal life. Like, the beauty and magic of life is that sometimes we underestimate what we're able to accomplish. Like, I'm just reflecting on little simple things that I had no idea was possible. For example, when I was overweight growing up, I had no idea that I could be under, like, go from 210 pounds to 150 pounds. Like, that was like, I'm like, there's no way. Yeah, that's not who I am. And then it happened. And then, I ran a triathlon. Like, it's amazing what we're capable of once we start believing in ourselves. So, yeah. Hamburglar says, what would you do if you wanted to go to heaven, but God said you better not be talking during silent reading time? What? Uh, let's see. I don't know what to say about that one. That sounds interesting. Hey, if your God talks to you in those ways, then awesome. Hamburger says, fun fact, pizza is the most healthy food there is. It has every food group. All right. Stop dropping game. What's up? Stop dropping game. Can I refer you by your actual name? Are you okay with that or no? Let me know. I was able to play a game with a friend today. Yes, even my crush. Awesome. Asher says it's better to walk a journey slow than to rush it and have to start all over again each time you mess up. I would say that is up to each individual's preference of how they want to live their life. There are some people who take that, slow and steady approach and, slow and steady, going towards that kind of like that goal or that dream or whatever it is. And there's other people who are okay with going fast, messing up a bunch of times, starting over, having to redo it. And I feel like I'm kind of on the same topic as you, Asher, but at the same time talking about a slightly different perspective or piece of what you're saying. Yeah, so I'll leave it at that. NFL Combine starts tomorrow. What? Are you excited? Alrighty. What's your occupation? If you're asking me, I am a youth inspirational speaker. That is my occupation. Hamburger says, do you think it is possible for me to have CTE as high as a high school athlete? What is CTE? I don't know what that is. I have played football for about 10 years and have had a couple of concussions and always wonder CTE. Carp CTE. Chronic traumatic encephalopathy is a brain condition associated with repeated blows to the head. It is also associated with the development of dementia. Got it. Let's see. I mean, in a way, anything is possible, right? I mean, if you keep getting hit in the head, I guess that is a possibility. I wouldn't know. I would imagine talking to a doctor would be the best thing to do if you are worried about that. Let's see. Asher says, I just want to tell everybody that help is all around. There's always somebody who will listen and help. Never stop trying, everybody. Thank you, Asher. I appreciate that. And I think sometimes it's hard to find help. I'm not saying, and I don't say this in a way to like give up, because I'm just stating the reality of life. Sometimes it's hard for us when we're stuck in a certain situation where we're in a tough place. Sometimes it's hard to find help. And I agree with Miss Sarah or Asher that Miss Sarah, you got to change your username too, please, if you don't mind. I mean, I love that you still have your name, but yeah. So so that way other people know who I'm saying when I refer to Asher. Anyway, yeah, like keep on going. And yeah, Nick, I'm gonna stop dropping game, Nick. I'm going to refer to you. I'm not gonna, talk in detail, but like it's, I guess, in a way similar in that, sometimes it feels like, well, I'm going to say this in general. Okay. Sometimes we feel isolated. Many people, many of us feel isolated. We feel like we don't have a lot of people that we could talk to, or we don't have a lot of friends. And I think, kind of like what Asher or Miss Sarah saying, that if it seems like we don't have a lot of people to talk to, it's about kind of reaching out and trying to talk to more people and not giving up when it feels like nobody wants to talk to us, because people do care. It's just people are busy. People are busy. People have their own lives. It doesn't mean that no one cares. It's just people are busy. So yeah, that's what I gotta say. Let's see. Asher says, "You guys are all beautiful. Yee. Let's all say something good that happened to us in the past month." I like that. Let's do that. What is something that is good that has happened to you in the past month? Everyone, feel free to comment. Please comment below in the chat. Something that is good that has happened to you in the past month. Let's see. For me, what month? We're in February. February. What's happened this month? Oh, for me, I would say the best thing that has happened is just the simple act of keeping up positive habits, aka exercising 5 to 6 times a week, plus eating healthy. Like, it's that is has been a really big challenge for me. Historically in my past, in my life, and to have like consistent habits like that, it feels good. Even on days like, there are days where, like, even though I exercising makes me feel good, eating healthy makes me feel good, but there are days where I exercise and I eat healthy and my day still feels like meh. But just keep pushing through, even if I don't feel like doing it in a way, it feels good. And yeah, I would say that's kind of the best thing that has happened. I'm sure there's plenty of other amazing things that have happened this month too. Another thing, I will share quick news. The reason why I'm only live streaming on today is because I'm going to a convention in San Diego, California, aka Southern California. I'm really excited. I've been spending all day preparing for it, and it's quite awesome. Like, my room's a mess right now. Like, I have so many papers and stuff like that, but I'm excited. Like, there's just so many cool things to do. On top of that, next month in March, I will be going to a mastermind, and I heard that there is a pretty famous person that's going. I don't know if anyone knows who he is. His name is JP Sears, also known as Awaken with JP. He's kind of like a hippie comedian. Wait, no, that's not. He's like a comedian that does parodies, satirical parodies on hipsters and entrepreneurs. And yeah, anyway, I'm excited that he's going to be there. I had no idea until recently, but that's cool. I've never been to Austin, Texas, so that'll be exciting for me. Yeah, so that's what's been going on. Alrighty. So keep running something good that's happened in this past month for you, and I will continue reading the comments in order. Yeah. Alrighty. Neko nurses, but there is a difference between being arrogant and being self-confident. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there is. And this is I'm curious where your thoughts are on that, Neko Nerdo, in terms of arrogance versus self-confidence. I think it is important to have humility, to be humble, and that's something that I always keep myself in check. So I could be confident, confident, let's say, in the way I look, or confident in my certain ability. Let's say basketball. Basketball is a great example. Like, let's say I'm playing basketball, and there are times where I make a really good play, and there's a part of me that wants to be like, "Yeah, what's up?" That's being arrogant. Okay, self-confidence is, it's like, let's say I make a really good play. I think humility, sorry, I'm going to go to humility. Let's talk about arrogance in a way. Arrogance to me is about ego. It's about trying to be better than people to make yourself feel good about yourself. And I don't think that is a purpose. I think it is okay to be self-confident. It's okay to, make good plays, or, do the right thing, or win at something. And it's okay to celebrate wins. It's okay to be like, oh man, I made a really good play. And I think part of the art of being humble, or having humility, is learning to not, like, in a way, uh how do you say that? uh I can't think of the word. It's like a roast. It's like not roasting other people, or I forgot. I'm missing the word right now. But it's like, it's not like throwing shade on people in a way. It's like owning the win, and then being humble enough to, like, let it go. And it's an art. Sometimes people, myself included, can have like a little bit of that, you know, arrogance and stuff like that. I don't consider myself a very arrogant person. There are times where I celebrate and maybe over celebrate. But that's funny that I'm talking about this. Yeah. But I don't see myself in that way. Yeah. Anyway, alrighty. Bread Boy, I'm not familiar with that. With JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, never heard of it. Uh, what's up, Ethan? Read my comment. Nice, you got me there. Asher says, I gathered the courage to say hi to a cool person in the hallways of my school. That's awesome. I love it. I love hearing these things, because it's like, sometimes it's hard to do simple things like say hi to people, But I love how you said it, because it's like, for some people, it would be easy for them to say hi to, let's say, a cool person in the hallway. But for other people, it's a huge challenge. And, whatever way it goes, like, I respect it. And I think everyone should respect that. Like, the fact that it takes courage to do something is awesome. All right. Passing my language test feels interesting. Nice. Let's see. I did good at school. I got a merit badge. Sweet. Bread Boy says, I suck my arm through a baguette. Okay, cool. I don't drink energy drinks. Family Fun Center. Nice. I have a Family Fun Center down the street from where I live, but they don't call it Family Fun Center anymore. That was like back in the early 2000s. Now they call it Boomers. Hamburger says, are you excited to see the new Avengers movie? I'm so excited, except for the fact that they changed the actor that played Thanos to Will Smith. Really? He is a great actor and YouTuber. However, I'm so sure he will be great. Ha. I'll be honest, I don't keep up with movies that much. I'm excited that it's coming out, but I don't really plan to watch it anytime soon. Maybe later. I'm in my own little bubble in my life. Yeah. Asher says, dude, my ex-girlfriend is the best. She's so nice. I don't know why, but I just can't stop thinking about her. She's like my best friend. I hope that you two have a good relationship. Yeah. Ethan says, go to Crescent Elk when I get to 8th grade. What grade are you in right now? Are you in 7th or 6th? Let's see. Justin, what's up? Just incredible. Hamburger says, you should high step on them, then flex if you make a good play in basketball. There we go. Yeah, I know. I mean, sometimes it's okay to flex on people. If it's for fun and that you're aware of other people's, you have that relationship with people, you just have to be mindful of the situation. That's all. Yeah. Neko says, arrogance is the talk, but without the matching walk. Self-confidence is a walk, but without the talk. Interesting. Huh. I'm going to repeat that. I like that. Arrogance is the talk, but without the matching walk. Self-confidence is a walk, but without the talk. Self-confidence. I like that. Here's my comment on this. I don't know if that's 100% true, but I would like to believe that is a very good guideline of how we should live our life. So if you want to be self-confident, focus on the walk, not the talk. Focus on just being. I'm thinking about working out and stuff like that. Self-confidence to me is you go to the gym, you work out for yourself, and you don't need to say anything. You don't need to necessarily show off. That's self-confidence. And arrogance is, you go to the gym to show off in a way. I don't know. Yeah, I like it in general. I think that adds to the idea of humility. Ethan, do you mean you mediate every day? You mean you meditate? Justin says, okay. Super hard for my crush. I would really be a good BF. All right. Let's see here. Asher says, I also got help. I was falling back into depression. I didn't let myself this time. I surrounded myself with people because I know when I feel bad and I'm alone, it might be a toxic situation. So I'm proud that I got help instead of reverting back to my old ways. Yes, I love it. Yes, if you ever like want to stop a bad thought or negative thought slash habit, uh, exactly what Asher is saying, or Miss Sarah, which is like surround yourself with people, surround yourself with a support system to the best of your ability, because that really does help. That helps like lift us up and keep us moving forward as opposed to falling back into our bad habits. And trust me, I think in ways I almost want majority of humans like have bad habits, and uh, support is always helpful in keeping up good habits and kind of not falling back into bad ones. Yeah, like I will say even for me recently, I noticed myself going into like an old negative thought pattern that I had recently, even I think even today, and it's important to like sometimes just pause and notice. Oh my goodness, wait, wow, I'm feeling negative today. Where's this coming from? And processing that, and knowing that we can change that. This is a whole nother conversation, by the way, of like, how do we change negative thoughts? Are negative thoughts a part of who we are? No, I do not believe negative thoughts are part of who you are. We can always change negative thoughts into positive ones. It just takes proper kind of like training and practice. Yeah. Uh, Nick says, would it be weird if I just walked up to my crush when we never talk, but I look at her a lot? She notices it and I said hi. Wait, what? If you just walked up to your crush when we never talk, but I look at her a lot since she noticed it and said hi. Wait, hold on. I need some punctuation marks here. Would it be weird if I would just walk up to my crush? Period. Would it be weird? I mean, I think if you're gonna walk up to your crush, you should say hi. Have some sort of conversation, not just walk up. I think that's what you meant. That's what you meant. But yeah, let's see. Light Charcoal Richard, are you or have you ever been in a relationship? Yes, I have been in a few relationships, and I am currently in a relationship. Yeah, let's see. Relationships. Yeah, there we go. How do I stop addiction to alcohol? I've been very depressed. Let's see. I look at her a lot. One of her friends just sighs at me when we get partnered up and ignores me. She talks to everyone just fine. First things first, Nick, if her friend just sighs when you get partnered up with her, like don't, in a way, like this is where it's important to not give our power away. So to not give your power away to her. So when she sighs, it's not a sign like, oh, I should feel sorry and sad because this person doesn't like me. Like that's like giving our power away. If someone sighs, like in my opinion, the most responsible thing we can do is acknowledge that that person is going through, they have their own life circumstances that they're going through, and like in a way just honor them as they are. There's no need to hate people if they don't like you. It's okay. We accept people as they are, and just kind of move on and do your best. Yeah, but I could see how that's very frustrating. I definitely see that. But going back to stopping addiction with alcohol, uh, so I would honestly, like, I would Google slash YouTube search this stuff. You know, I did make a video about video game addiction, and I think it stands true to other types of addiction, because addiction is not about the substance. It is not about the video game. It's not about the alcohol. It's not about the Netflix. It's not about the porn. It's not about uh, the eating. It's not about the drugs, whatever it is, your vice. Addiction is really, in my opinion, it's about like control. It's like, in a way, we use these vices or tools, alcohol, gaming, whatever it is, as a means to, I almost want to say, like, protect us, or protect us from the challenges and the stress that we have in our lives. So, for example, I'm going to go, for you, maybe it's alcohol. For me, it was video games. When I got stressed out in my life, I would resort to playing video games because it calmed me down and I could escape. I could not have to think about my life. I think alcohol does something similar as well, where you could, whatever, get drunk and you don't have to think about life temporarily, but it doesn't ultimately solve a problem. So, how do you stop an addiction? I think stopping addiction is taking control of your addiction instead of your addiction taking control of you. So it's not an easy thing. Otherwise, we wouldn't have so many people addicted to substances in the world. So if you want to stop an addiction, it does take effort. It's about taking control of that substance versus the substance being in control of you. Okay. And surround yourself with support. That could mean watching positive videos, or watching videos on how to stop alcohol addiction, whatever, as a teen, or whatever it is. So, and then surround yourself with other people maybe that can support you. That's what I gotta say. Asher says, I'm also starting to get a really good relationship with my dad. Despite my childhood, it's always been a struggle for me to talk to him, but I'm getting better. Asher, what is up? That is amazing. I love it, especially hearing, in the past several years of everything that's been going on. It's amazing to hear that. Ashley says, I feel bad that I keep talking about me. I'm also proud of all of you for just making it another day in the world. Life is amazing, but the world can be cruel, and I'm happy you guys are here. Asher, I want to say thank you. And I personally love it when you talk about yourself, because I know you well enough to know that you care so much about other people. And I think when you share your stories and your, like, whatever's going on in your life, to me, it's a gift. And I think I would like to think it's a gift for everyone else here, because we can relate with stories. So yes, just incredible. Shoot away with your question if you have not asked already. Light Charcoal says, how do you stop overthinking and feeling jealous? How do you stop overthinking and feeling jealous? You could, if you want to share this scenario, that would be good. So I have context of how you're thinking. So let's see. How do you stop overthinking and feeling jealous? I'm just going to pick a random scenario. I'm going to guess it's going to be around relationships or girls or guys. So let's say I don't know if you're a guy or girl, but let's say the girl you like. I'm just going to make up a scenario. Okay. So let's just say that the girl you like happens to like your best friend. And you feel jealous of your best friend because the girl likes him, but not you. Therefore, you might start to feel, I guess, not good enough because, the girl likes someone else besides you. So if this were the case, look, I don't know your situation because I don't have enough details, but I'm just going to throw this out there for an example. So if you felt not good enough because the girl chose your best friend and instead of you, and you're overthinking it, like, oh my goodness, I just feel so jealous. Why him? He's not that great of a person. I'm better than him or whatever it is. Uh, I think for me, how I would stop overthinking this nowadays is every single girl is going to have their own preference. So uh, that girl, that girl that you like that did not choose you would essentially they're allowed to choose whatever preferences they have, and that's it. Like it's okay for people to not like you. So that's how I would see it. And so what I would do if my crush liked someone else, I would just, it would suck. I would feel those negative emotions. I'd feel rejected for a little bit. And then I would remind myself it's okay because not everyone's going to like me. And some people like me, some people won't. And that's just how life is. And that's okay. It doesn't need to be a huge like popularity contest. Yeah. And then how do you stop overthinking it? For me, it's about continuing to focus on being a better person and instead of feeling like I'm not good enough, like that one person, that crush I like does not define my self-worth. I define my own self-worth. So I'm not going to like give my crush the power to determine if I'm worthy or not. I got to choose. Okay. So that's why I would say easier said than done. Most definitely. That's what I got. All right. How do you stop bad habits? It's a practice. If you have bad habits, it's about being intentional about slowly stopping it or making a, whatever you want to say, a cold turkey decision. I'm going to stop playing video games. I'm going to stop eating junk food. I'm going to stop drinking soda. I'm going to stop, abusing substances or drugs or whatever it is. So it's just about being intentional. And I think the best way to stop a bad habit is by getting clear on why, like what the problem is, what is this bad habit causing in your life? Is it destroying your relationships? Is it destroying your grades? Is it destroying your future career? Is it destroying your happiness? Is it destroying your self-esteem? So, and then like, what do you want? If you were to change this, how would your life get better? So I think focusing on the why is important. Yeah. Alrighty. Just Incredible says last weekend my parents and my sibling went on a small vacation for 3 days. I didn't go. I stayed home. Uh, let's see. By myself, I live the life of an independent man for a few days, and it hit me that I'm happier when I'm not living with my family. Of course, it's not because I hate them or anything, but that's just me. And when they're living with me, I'm not quite as content. What should I do? Justin, that's a really great question. And honestly, I've been in the same situation as that you've been in, and in a way, am sort of, still kind of somewhat in that situation too. So what I would say is, ultimately, it's up to you. Like how do you want to live your life? And please forgive me, I do not remember how old you are. I do believe you are a little bit older, 20s question mark. But yeah, like you get to make the decision for yourself. And I get you. I get you. Like I'm gonna think about my mom real quick. My mom, it's not like I hate my mom, but I prefer to not in a way be surrounded by her all the time. So I get you. So um yeah, that's what I would say. You get to make your own decision on. Again, I don't know how old you are, and if you have the means to move out. Are you considering moving out? And again, it's not out of disrespect of your parents or your family. It's more that you prefer to be independent and you want to do that. And if that's what you truly want to do, I think you should do that. I think in a way we only have one life, and there's a way to respect family, but also take care of your own desires and wishes and needs, because you only have one life. Yeah. Higginson, what's up? Nick says, I feel like I'm going crazy without ADHD medication or alcohol. You support me and make me happy. Yeah, you're welcome. And thank you for saying that. And Nick, I hope that you continue to, just keep being strong, keep pushing forward. And I mean, that's really what we get to do when life gets tough. It's about just pushing forward and doing the best that we can. So Keep at it. Okay. Asher says, by the way, Richard, you look nice today. Thank you very much. You are amazing. I appreciate you so much, Asher. I love all of you guys so much, and I'm here for all of you. I'm always here to listen and talk to you guys if nobody else will. I don't know you guys too much, but I already know you guys are so uh, worth everything in the world. Never forget that. I can see something beautiful in each one of you. Believe in you. You guys can change the world. Ah, Asher. Can you always be here, please? Can you never leave? Like you are just so full of positivity, and I'm so happy that you came back after a long delay. And uh Asher, are we how else are we connected? Can you send me an email or something? I think we're connected on Instagram, right? But like I don't even know how to find you on Instagram. Instagram's so hard to search for people because people just use random usernames and stuff like that. Anyway, yeah, I just want to be able to keep in touch because if you're not on this live stream, I don't know how to reach out to you. Uh, Hagensum says, how can you make a better relationship with a friend slash family member? I think, let's see. So I don't know your situation, Hagan, but I will try my best to give you some pointers, and I hope that this applies to your situation. So, my first initial thought is how do you make a better relationship with a friend or family member? I believe the word that comes to my mind is vulnerability. I think if you want to create a real deep connection with someone, it's about being vulnerable. It's about being real, having the courage to be vulnerable, to be transparent, to talk about things that you may not be comfortable with. You know, with the girl, my girlfriend, like we've had tough conversations. We've had conversations where I've opened up about things that I knew would offend her, where she would get hurt, but it was for the sake of building a closer relationship with her. Because like I'm someone I don't like secrets. I don't like holding things in. So for me, it's important for me to share and be vulnerable with people. So I think that's one tip to building a better relationship with friends or family. Number two, I would say this is a little bit. Well, I don't want to say it's easy, but maybe a little bit easier, or maybe it might be even harder. Um, the second one is listening more. I think if you want to build relationships with your friends or family members on a deeper level, it's just about listening more. Like less talking, listening more. Just listening and understanding the other person for who they are, understanding what matters to them. That's really what it's about. Like I'm thinking about my mom right now. My mom, I love my mom. She kind of lives her life. There are things that, in a way we can communicate with each other. We do relate with each other, but there's this other piece of my relationship with my mom where I don't fully relate with my mom, or she doesn't fully relate with me. She doesn't fully understand me. She kind of is on her own wavelength. So for me, it's not about trying to convince her like, hey, this is how you need to do things, but rather just listening and understanding, oh, my mom has her own perspective, her own way of doing things, and accepting her as she is. So, yes. Alrighty. You know, uh, a few streams ago, I mentioned that I would try to like read comments live and then, skip a few past comments. You know what? I'm actually going to try to do that. So, uh, I will come back to your comments, but I will read comments live. Let's see. Okay. All right. I'm going to continue comments. I see just a lot of back and forth. Neko, she thinks it's cute when I'm slightly salty sometimes, but if I can say acting jealous, then she doesn't like it. Hmm. Okay. Nick. So Nick says, I can't ever feel happy again. All I feel is anxiety and depression. So, yo, Nick. Um, oh man, Whew. I'm feeling emotions. I'm feeling the emotions of like when you said I can't ever feel happy again. Like that just triggers in a way past thoughts and emotions that I used to have. And in a way, it's like I just feel it sucks that so many people in the world feel like they can never ever be happy again. Like that is so 100,000% not true. Like that is a lie that we tell ourselves because of how we feel in this moment. So, Nick, I want to let you know that you will feel happy again. You're just going through a tough time. And what sucks about depression and anxiety is when we feel bad, when we're in this negative state and all we can see is negativity, like the negativity seems to feed off each other. Like when we feel negative, we have a negative thought, and the negative thought triggers more negativity. It doesn't trigger positivity, it just creates more negativity. And so it's like a cycle, and we just keep beating ourselves down, and all we feel is negativity. So, of course, we're going to feel like we can never feel happy again because, it's this vicious cycle. But once we break the chain of that negativity, once we step outside of it, once we start seeing other possibilities, then you'll start to see that you can be happy again. And I think we live so much when we're in a negative space, we spend so much time trying to convince ourselves that we're in such a negative space and this is the way it is. We can't change it. Life sucks. I wish I could change it, but I can't. We spend so much energy focused on that we don't like we resist change. We resist positivity. We resist it because it doesn't feel real to us. So, point is, you will feel happy again. You will feel positivity. And a great example is Asher or Miss Sarah. Miss Sarah has been on this live stream for I don't know how long, 1.5 years now, I'm guessing. And I've seen Asher again, Miss Sarah. Asher is Miss Sarah. I've seen Asher at his darkest times, like where I was seeing all these negative comments of like, of just really, really negative stuff going on in his life, her at the time. And like now all I see is positivity, which is amazing. And I'm so proud of you, Asher. Like that's amazing. So my point is like you can shift. Okay. Like step one, and I hope if anything during this live stream, I hope that this moment makes you realize that you can shift. I'm not asking you to be happy right now. If you feel happy, great. If you don't, that's great too. I just want to plant that seed that you can feel happy. And once you understand that, then you will start opening doors to being happy. But if we keep telling ourselves, oh, I can't be happy, I can't be happy, I can't be happy, that pushes us down, that closes off opportunities for us to feel happy. So that's all. All right. Alrighty. Thank you for being there for all of us. It's so cool. Asher, thank you for being here. Let's see. I'm gonna skip to live comments right now, and then I'll jump back to old ones. Let's see here. I think it's important to realize. Just Incredible says, I think it's important to realize we only make our life, and the government outside of the world can only impact in very, very minorly. What? I feel like I missed something. I think it's important to realize we only make our life, and the government slash outside world can only impact in very, very minorly. Huh. Huh. What can we use to chat? Oh, okay. You guys are talking to each other. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Don Jabra. Let's see. There we go. Don Jabra, I I put you on timeout because you're just being completely random. Yeah. So if you wish to continue in the chat, please stay on topic. Appreciate that. Raskid, good to see you on. Thank you. Wishing you a wonderful week as well. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Marquez. Appreciate it. Yeah. Alrighty. I'm going back to reading comments from the past. Have I seen the Goodfellas? I don't know. If I have, it was a long time ago and I don't remember much of it. Alrighty. Asher says, I got tired of moping around in the past. I'm sure you remember when I was in a deep depression and that I started to think, how am I impacting the world around me? I started to be such a toxic person and brought everybody down. And I realized that if I started to change that, the way I acted and chose to think, my mental state got a lot better. I started to think every day, what can I do to make somebody smile? What can I do to help somebody else like me? Asher. Wow. Like, Asher, I just want to say, like, I feel very honored that, that our paths crossed and that you choose to be on these live streams frequently. Like, I think you're an incredible person. I think you have so much to offer. And I hope that you too continue to inspire people in your own way. I almost want to just throw the idea of becoming an inspirational speaker out there to you. Because I think you have such a big heart and you can really make a difference in so many people's lives. And I hope that you continue to think big because I see so much potential in you, in the way that you treat people, in the way that you think, in the way that you push yourself. And I'm very proud of you that you've come such a long way. So thank you. And thank you for being here. Let's see. Is life even about being always happy? I don't think life is always about being happy. I think it'd be cool if we're always happy, but I don't think life is about being always happy. I think life, everyone's going to have their own perspective. I think life is about having, I guess in a way, making it meaningful and fulfilling. And sometimes meaningful and fulfilling doesn't always mean happy. I think that it's good to strive to be happy, but I think it's unrealistic to always be happy. That's my opinion. But I always try to be as happy as I can. And I would also embrace when I don't feel happy and recognize that that's how I feel in the moment, such as today. I had moments where I felt crummy, and that is okay. And I know that those crummy feelings will pass and life will get better. And then it'll get worse and then it'll get better. And then, it's going to go back and forth. And that is the way it is until it's not, or maybe it'll just keep being like that. Who knows? Justin says, I tend to dwell a lot on the past. I like the older way of life better. And my favorite movie and entertainment comes from 13 plus years ago. And I have lost a lot of friends. Oh. Asher, you should join us. I don't know if you were able to download Discord, but I would love if you join our Discord channel because, people, it's not super active, but people will hang out there. And I would love, if you are open, I would love your contribution and just, positive vibes there. Yeah. And Asher, I'm adding you as moderator, by the way. You've been here way long enough and supported. And yes, thank you others as well for being here. Let's see here. Pardon me as I filter through comments still. Cupid, good to see you on. Thank you for always being here. I appreciate you. I don't know how you manage to always somehow end up on here, but I appreciate you. Asher says, I want to hug you all. You are so strong and have been through so much. And even though that sucks, that helped transform you into the strong, amazing person you are today. Thanks for being here, guys. Let's see. Asher says, Richard, I also want to say that in my darkest times, I was scrolling through a YouTube and I saw your stream. When I was alone, I stumbled upon the community that accepted me and listened to me. You helped me a lot, Richard. Thank you. Oh, you're the best. You are the best. Thank you so much. I'm so happy you're here. Nekonero says, Richard, I first joined your community last year in April. I was single back then. Things changed in just a short time. Y'all are making me emotional. Like, I'm not crying. You're crying. Goodness. Oh. Just Incredible says, being a motivational speaker has crossed my mind a few times. I've had a lot of friends die, and a lot of them died from vehicle/car crashes. I could definitely tell people those stories, but I don't know if I quite have the verbal skills or the proper charisma to get people into my presentation and stuff. Well, I mean, everything is learnable, you know? Charisma is learnable, so is presentation skills. And that's like, I feel like we all have our own strengths, and I think I don't know the hard truth of life in terms of speaking and stuff like that. I do know that when I compare myself with the other speakers, all my speaker friends, I have like, I know at least 20. I'm just gonna throw a number. I'm gonna say I know at least 20 speakers and their styles because I've seen them speak. And what I do know is that, yes, some of my speaker friends are more charismatic than I am. But what I do know is that we all relate to people in different ways, which is awesome. Because, for example, I can't relate with some students in an audience while my friends can, and the other way around too. They can't relate in certain ways, but I can, because we all have our own, unique personality that is relatable to some people in different ways, and it's a practice. Yeah. Sarah, your mod status is a symbol of gratitude and appreciation for everything that you give into this community. And if you choose to moderate, I trust you. And if you choose to want to support in, like kind of putting people in timeout if they're being toxic or, being very, very random and inappropriate, then you may, but you're not obligated to. Oh, I love it. Asher says, new username, confidently panicking. That's hilarious. You're a cool dude to everybody here because everybody here is cool. Nice. All right. Cool. I'm gonna connect with Just Incredible and Asher. I mean, and anyone else. Wait. Oh, wait. Sorry. Just kidding. Only Asher posted a link to Instagram. But here we go. 1 sec. Saving. Okay. 700 Hertz says, hey, Richard, I remember watching you almost 2 years ago and I quit video games a while back. I've been building as a barber and your barber could do a better job. I love it. Thanks for the feedback. Yeah. My barber is very yeah. I mean, he's decent. He's inexpensive. So sustainable. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. I actually asked for this time. So like he actually did not like this. I asked him if he could just cut like 0 all the way up to here and here, and he's like, I don't want to do it. And then I'm like, just do it. And then he did it. And then he's like, I like your old style better, Richard. And then I'm like, okay. But I don't know. It felt nice that I just have like breezy hair for once. So anyway. Yeah. Just Credible says, I'm very surprised you somehow knew that about me. I see. I don't really like WWE today. Nice. Okay. Alrighty. So, people, it is 8:30 p.m. right now. I am getting ready for a convention happening in, in 2 days, or almost one day, really, one day and a half. So I get to continue packing. My room is a complete mess right now, but I'm excited. And I'm happy that we had a really awesome live stream. I'm happy that you all were on. Thank you for your vulnerability, your engagement, and I'm thank you for making today even more awesome for me. Like, I'm so happy that I got to connect. And I don't know, I felt like today's live stream was really it was meaningful. I felt like we dove deep. Nick, thank you for your vulnerability. Uh, let's see, Asher, thank you for all your support. Just incredible. Thank you for always being here. And Neko Nerdo, you as well. Cupid, if you're still on, thank you for tuning in and just showing your support. Let's see. Raskid, if you're still here, thank you for, I don't know how long you've been on this channel, but you've been here for a while. Mr. Marquez, it's always great to see you, and I appreciate your support. Let's see. I see 700 hertz. Good to see you as well. If I don't know, is that 700 hertz? That's what it looks like. Yeah. And forgive me if I missed you. I definitely missed a few people here. So I'm just reading names that pop up. But thank you for being here. This is the end for today. We will schedule a next stream, not this week because I'll be busy, but I'm gonna shoot for, that's gonna be crazy. You know what? Let's do it anyway. 7:30, a week from today, 7:30 p.m. 10th YouTube live stream. All right. I will set a little notification that we're doing a live stream in a week from today. Cupid says, I'm not always on. When I am, I'm busy. I just say hi and listen. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah. You all deserve cookies. Yes. Alrighty. Thank you, Neko Nerdo. Appreciate it. And everyone, have a great, awesome week. All right. Take care and live life. Make it awesome. And if you are having challenges, then one step at a time, and allow yourself to feel those little happy moments, even when times are tough. Allow yourself to laugh at yourself because life is so hard. Have fun and know that we are here. I know that we're not here every single day, but know that we're here when we're on the live stream. We're here as a community, as a family. We're here to support each other. And I will see you next Monday if you choose to be here. Otherwise, I'm sure I'll do at least 2 live streams next week, Monday and maybe Wednesday or Friday. Okay. Have a good night, everyone. Take care. Love you all and have a good